So tell us, I mean, without giving us all the secret sauce, how do you go about trying to elevate people into being professional traders?
I think the main thing is from those professional traders, or the retail traders, they come in with the wish to thinking, I want to drive that Lamborghini and the helicopter and the plane, which you see on the adverts, and know through foreign exchange as such, the regulation is less than obviously other derivative companies as such. So basically giving them the education to learn how to trade. I mean, we have people who come in, for instance, and I'm sure you know that tomorrow is a big day for the FOMC, and Mr. Powell's going to make a great speech this time tomorrow. It's 6 o'clock to 6:30, and where he can put interest rates or whatever he can do. However, most retail traders would not have a clue. And it's the same thing when we first asked you when they come in, and then retail traders may have dabbled a bit. Remember that most of them are hobby traders. Remember, most retail traders who come in, it's not their career choice. They have another job. Now, we have, I know, the butcher, the baker, candlestick maker. We have professionals everywhere who also want to trade because they enjoy trading. Most of them don't actually come in for the extra money. After a while, they enjoy the thrill of trading and making the money and the challenge of like playing a game of chess, I suppose. So again, one of the first questions we come in, we always ask them is that if there was a bomb in the Houses of Parliament now, what would you trade and why?
The thing we're really interested in this evening is looking at the skills gap. So, I mean, how do you go about it? You've told us you tell some stories and you bring people in and you sit them down, but when you're dealing with the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, or whoever it is, how do you go about structuring to help people improve their trading longevity?
The trade longevity, what we try to do on simple one-to-one course, we basically fill the diary in obviously to 12 months, and we split that into a month. And we know that every figure that comes out in the UK, in the US, and Europe comes out every month. So we know the first Friday of every month is non-farm payroll and ISM. We know every 5-6 weeks with a central bank, and obviously this week we've got the FOMC, the Bank of England, the Bank of Japan. So we spend a whole month with them going through every single figure, every single day, every single opening, every single Wall Street. So although it sounds as though they're here for 25 days, in theory, we're looking at an 8 a.m. opening, obviously for Europe and the UK. This week, the 1:30 opening because Wall Street's put their clocks forward as such. And obviously we go for the close as well at 4:30 for the UK. And obviously the US closed this week. For the next 2 weeks is 8 p.m. So we try and replicate real-time trading for the whole month. And in theory, once they've done that, in theory, you're saying, well, you just repeat that for the next 12 months or 11 months. So we try and get as close as we can to making them as a professional trader, real-time trader, and see if they like it. After a while, most of them are saying, well, actually, I can only really trade from 5:30 to 9, which is okay. Because remember, so many locals working in London and Chicago only work 3-4 hours a day anyway.
Where should I start trading? Where should I start trading? Stocks, bonds, options, futures, Forex?
And obviously, most of the people who come into us, and we've got the sales team who answer those questions, most retail traders who come in think they can only trade Forex. I think that is part of the education that we give out to them, is that, as you well know, you can trade all of those things and many more things. I think you've missed out commodities, and obviously he's missed out cryptos in the way you could trade cryptos. But two of the hardest things to trade are two wings you've got there, the stocks and the Forex. I've always said to people, when we're teaching people learning, there are some other contracts that you can trade when you're learning that are less risky and easier as such to understand. When we go through on our one-to-ones, we go through all those contracts, stocks, bonds, options, futures, and Forex. Anyone will tell you options are a nightmare to understand. Just when people say, why are they called calls and why are they called puts? C'est la vie, you get over it. And the more you get into trading, the more you understand what to trade. And the same thing with Cheltenham on this week, horses for courses. Obviously, with Powell and the FOMC tomorrow, you probably would trade bonds and Forex over other things.